Hey there, I'm Essi Flynn, and today I wanted to give you some insight on what it's like to grow strawberries in the garden and what you can expect if you decide to grow strawberries in your garden. I have to admit that when I purchased my first garden back in March of 2020, strawberries were at the forefront of my mind. I was so excited that Gardyn had the promise of strawberries coming down the line that I just knew I would want them as soon as they were available. So let's talk growing strawberries in the garden and how this all works. At the time of this video, March of 2021, Gardyn has bare root strawberries available on their website, but not on the app. You can find a link in the description box below. If you have a membership, strawberries are not included in the monthly Y-Cube catalog. This was a disappointment for me, and I'm sure others, but once I realized that strawberries are a very different beast, it made sense, and here's why. If you plant strawberries from seed, you have to wait quite a bit longer to see fruit than if you start from bare roots. And once you plant them, the ever-bearing versions should produce fruit for 2 to 3 years before you need to replace them. The strawberries that I am now able to get from Gardyn are the ever-bearing Albion strawberry, which is known for its large, sweet berries and also comes with the title Perfect Dessert Strawberry, which was just what I was looking for. I wanted something that my family could just pick off of the plant in our dining room when they had the desire for something sweet rather than looking for something with refined sugar in it. And what could be better than a plump, red, sweet strawberry calling your name? When you order strawberries from Gardyn, they arrive mostly brown with very little to no green on them. But don't worry, they are in a dormant state and they will turn green in a matter of weeks after you place them in the garden. When my strawberries first arrive, I like to wash them off and get any extra sand or grit off of them before I pop them into the garden. This is just something I do, and so far I've had no problems. Gardyn recommends that you install the dormant strawberry plants as soon as they arrive to ensure that they will stay alive. The good news is that Gardyn has made this an easy and quick thing to do, since they have already inserted the bare roots in the rock wool inside the Y-Cubes for you. The Albion strawberry is a heavy feeder and a more thirsty variety, so the good news is that it works great with a hydroponic system like the Gardyn. It also makes sense that Gardyn recommends that you change the water for strawberries twice a month instead of just once a month. It's recommended to trim any flowers until you have at least 4 or 5 leaves on a plant. I've stuck with the 4 leaves rule, and in 2 months, this rule has served me well. I've only had to trim a flower once, as all of my other plants have been great at generating at least 4 leaves before they produced flowers. A common question is, what constitutes a leaf? And the answer is, these 3 leaves here count as 1 leaf. Get 4 of these and you get to let your flowers keep growing. Once your new leaves get growing, you can also trim the original runners that came with the plant. You will also want to keep an eye out for new runners as the strawberries grow. I'm always surprised at how I will suddenly have new runners overnight. Trimming them off of the plant helps to send energy toward the production of leaves, flowers, and eventually berries. And rest assured, you want all the energy going toward the stuff that turns red and sweet. Pollination is an important part of growing strawberries, and it's something the whole family can take part in. Everyone can be a pollinator. Gardyn makes it simple by encouraging you to take your finger and gently sweep it in a circle around the inside of each flower. I prefer to use a paintbrush that I keep in a cup nearby, but each to his own. The good news is that the more you pollinate your strawberry flowers, the bigger and better the fruit will be. Strawberry plants produce flowers that are hermaphroditic. So each strawberry flower contains both the male stamen and the female pistil, which means that if you have just one flower, you can pollinate that flower only and you will still get a strawberry. So, since strawberries are self-fertile, this makes it an easy plant to pollinate. As of March of 2021, there is a list of states that Gardyn cannot ship strawberry plants to due to shipping regulations in those states. So could you still grow strawberries in your garden? The answer is absolutely yes. If you can get your hands on some ever-bearing, bare root strawberries, here's what I did. I ordered empty Y cubes from Gardyn. This is necessary if you want to get the right fit when placing them in your garden. Trust me, I tried ordering some 2-inch net pots from Amazon, and while they fit in the hole, they don't fit like a garden Y cube, and I just wasn't happy with the way it didn't lock into place, or even the look. Pop each rock wool out of the Y cube. This is easier said than done. Since they have improved the structure recently, there is an X on the bottom of the Y cube where there used to be just one bar. When Gardyn sends you strawberries, they cut this bar to insert the strawberries to give the roots room to come out of the bottom of the rock wool. Just make sure you have a tool that is narrow enough to stick through one of the holes in the bottom to push the rock wool out, but still has a blunt enough end so as not to stick right through the rock wool. I used a kebab stick, and while I still struggled, I did get it to work in the end. If you find better tools for doing this, I would love to hear about it in the comments section. I used a serrated steak knife to slowly cut into the rock wool and carefully carve out some of the middle. Each and every one was different, so I had to adjust as I would try to fit each plant into the rock wool and then cut more if I needed to make more room. The next part can also be a little tricky. Threading the roots through the holes in the bottom of the Y cube. I found that lightly twisting the roots and threading them through just one hole in the bottom seemed to work best. This may take several tries. And voila, you are done. Pop the Y cube into the Y pod and insert into your garden. For a different variation, you can order pine berries like I did. Pine berries are in the strawberry family, and when they ripen, are white with the taste combination of pineapple and strawberry. I've wanted to grow these for years, and now thanks to Gardyn, I'm getting my first flower after popping it into a Y cube just 3 weeks ago. I've had strawberries growing in my garden for 2.5 months now, and I have plants at various stages. I ordered 5 at a time, and when I saw it was going well, I ordered 5 more. So I'm looking at plants that are almost 2.5 months old and giving me gorgeous sweet strawberries, and some I popped in just 2 weeks ago that are getting their very first leaves. My family is delighted and I couldn't be happier. Our 2 gardens sit side by side in our dining room as a food source and an ever-changing art form. The taste of these strawberries only compares with picking them at my nearby organic strawberry farm once a year when they are in season. But now we get to have strawberry season year-round at home. If you have more questions, please feel free to leave a comment or track me down on social media. Also, if you're looking to purchase a garden, you can use the code ESSIFLYNN at checkout to save on your upcoming purchase. You will also be helping to support this channel and future videos, so thanks in advance. If this video has helped you in any way, I would love to hear from you. And if you are interested in future reviews like this one, please subscribe below. I really appreciate it. Until next time, I'm Essi Flynn.